This is Thinker's Diary, a space for thoughts that we don't happen to say out loud. This is not a debate show. It is an open conversation. This is just like you listening to conversations that are quite private. The kind of conversations that we happen to have in our head around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the night. That is exactly what we do over here. If this were my diary, today I would write about how unfamiliar I've been feeling towards myself. I mean, if I look 10 years before now, there were some specific things that I literally wanted to do for myself at the moment like this. But right now it's a different story. And there are some specific things that I wanted back then that I don't longer want again. And those things have literally made me doubt who I am, actually. There are some times whereby I question myself that the things that I want right now, do I truly want them? Like, is it actually the right thing for me to want at the moment?
Exactly.
But at the same time too, I look at it that we are humans, and it is very, very okay for us to evolve and not want things that we used to want before. And I think that applies to everyone. It doesn't apply to you.
Yeah, it does. Because, so 10 years ago, it was a different moment. It was a different plot. It was even a different plan. I had it all. 25, married, kids. But now, I cannot even see marriage.
The way you say 25 marriage kids.
I cannot see marriage.
Look at me talking about the fact that in the next 10 years, if I'm married, God literally kept some speed my way, because the things I want for myself, they're quite lengthy. They're quite ambiguous. That I know that if I have God's speed, I can achieve all those things within 2-3 years. But also, it's one thing to say some specific things. It's another thing to literally be like that. You get. I'm not. We don't talk about the fact that there is the pressure that comes with not being able to identify whatever it is you want for yourself. I think whatever feeling that we are exhibiting at the moment, we can term it under identity crisis. Let's not even talk about the pressure that comes alongside identity crisis itself. I mean, there's a lot of pressure that comes with it. Societal pressure from your own peers, even your own personal thoughts happen to pressure you a lot. I was with my parents last December, and they were telling me that, oh, whatever it is that I have going on for myself like this now, and the things that I told them that I want to have going on for myself, they just kept on doubting it and putting a lot of thought into my head that even I myself happened to start thinking that, oh, am I sure I'm on the right track? Am I sure that I'm not being mistaken? Because to be very honest, if somebody have had the kind of plans I wanted for myself 10 years ago, what am I saying? I'm talking about plans I had for myself 5 years ago, even 4 years ago. Probably I was still saying that, oh, I want to go to medical school. Yes, I went to medical school, but I didn't go to study medicine. I didn't go to study medicine. I wanted to become a medical doctor. Why? Because I'm a sickle cell, and I believe that I could help other sickle cellers by being a medical doctor. But as time went on, I lost interest in medicine itself. Not because I'm an Olodo, yes, I know. But not because I'm an Olodo, but because I found pleasure and I found comfort and I found purpose in another aspect of medicine itself. Which I believe a lot of people are not really channeled into. I mean, like, even in Nigeria personally, I'm not really channeled into, which is the emotional and mental health of every human being. Which is a reason why I'm even diverting into psychological therapy itself, because that happens to resonate with whatever it is I want for myself. It happens to resonate with my purpose. And when I project this thing towards people, they keep questioning me that, how do you want to make money from it? How do you want to become somebody from it? How do you want to be known for this particular thing? They believe if something does not have a proper tag that everybody already knows about, and it's quite common, where they don't call you an engineer, where they don't call you a doctor, a lawyer, when you don't say that, oh, this person is an influencer, when you don't say this person is a politician, or this person is a journalist, or that kind of stuff. You are not whatever niche that you're into, that you decide to fall into, by you being a creative director, you being an artist on your own, you being a writer, you being a painter, you being any kind of thing that is not really phased like that.
Like,
Even the tech space
it's
self,
not demanded.
that is not
for,
demanded
yeah.
for, you get. Even the tech space self, when some people talk, I have a particular friend that his parent does not even want him to even be in the tech space, and this person builds proper website and applications, like he's very good in it. But then, in fact, it was a particular time he was talking to me and he was like, he's not sure if he really wants to pursue tech as a long-term thing. He's not sure if he literally wants to do it because there's a lot of thoughts coming to his own head. There's a lot of societal pressure on him that happens to make him feel like, oh, this is not what's doing. And as time goes by, you're going to lose interest in it, and at the end of the day, you realize that you'll be wasting your whole time. And it is very crazy. I mean, how do we happen to turn our life away from all these thoughts, away from all these crises that we happen to have in our head?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that is a whole lot, because it's one thing to have your thoughts and it's also one thing to think the thoughts of others. I don't know if you understand why I meant by that, but I'll explain. So, for example, let me give you a scenario. Let's say I want to be a baker, and obviously everybody celebrates their birthdays every day, like every 365 days, one person or the other, or maybe like 20 people are celebrating their birthdays. So I want to be a baker. The same way there are like 20 people celebrating their birthdays, there are also 20 bakers ready to accept an order to get. And my parents are like, they're already putting people baking, do something else, do something different. And I'm like, but that's what I want to do. That's what I like.
Exactly, regardless.
Yeah,
I'm not even
like.
sure that there's some people there's some particular niche that, okay, it is even very much saturated. It is saturated already. A lot of people are inside. But I also still want to fall into this particular space.
Yeah,
I also still want to do something.
Yeah,
I believe there's an impact that I can make in this particular space. So I want to be there.
There's a proverb they say the sky is very, I think it's very wide or very large for birds to fly. So I don't care if there are 100 bakers. I am going to be a baker. I am going to deliver. I'm going to bake. I'm going to ask you, how did you like your cake and everything. So I feel like one thing about us is it is always going to come. It has always been from the time of existence. It has always been there. It is going to come. The only thing you have to do is understand that it is what you want, not what society wants, not what your parents want, not what your family wants, not what even your thought thinks. It is what you want. Oh, I want to be a baker. I work towards being a baker. There's someone that really inspires me, and I recently just saw a video here, and she said this. She said she was going to be really great, and currently she's the creative director of her movies. Every time she drops a movie, it's like 2 billion views. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. But every time she drops a movie, now every time I watch this movie from her, the movie is not something like. It's not something that is, but everybody has that trust in her because they know that they know
that whatever it is that she put outside is top notch.
Understand what I'm saying? That is like the trust you're getting. So if my parents is saying, there are other bakers that bake better than no problem. Me, I'll have customers that would like doing it, so I bake. So that's just it.
I mean, I tell myself that maybe not knowing who I am doesn't mean that I'm lost. Maybe I'm just becoming. Maybe I'm just becoming whatever it is that I am meant to become. Maybe figuring it out is literally living my life and, trying it towards whatever purpose I am literally meant into this life to literally have in the first place. Because a lot of people also happen to misunderstand us and we lose people along the way. That is also something. There's a certain loneliness that even comes with when you happen to change the way you are. I remember there's a particular friend that I used to have when I was in secondary school. And when I was in secondary school, I wanted to be something. And when I got into university and this person asked me, okay, what am I studying now? I told the person, okay, this is exactly what I'm studying now. There was a particular reaction that they gave me.
I can't relate to that.
Like,
I can't relate to that.
why you there? Even if you didn't score too well in JAMB, or is it because of your JAMB? Why you there? You can write JAMB beginner. Whereas this person is in school.
Ah,
They're in school. Let us say they're in school doing whatever it is that they want to do.
oh
But
my
okay,
God,
I
don't
got
even get
drifted
me
away from
started.
what I wanted, what I told you before that I wanted to be in secondary school, and now all of a sudden I'm not aligning
No,
with purpose
I don't
again.
think that. I don't even think you got drifted yet. I think like it's just the alignment. I think it's everything you do together.
Exactly.
I told everybody I wanted to be a physiotherapist, and when I got admission as a physiologist. Now, the only reason why I accepted that admission was because I knew that I could still blend both of them together.
Mhm.
So when I got to school, I made sure that any opportunity that has to do with anatomy, study of like the bones and the rest. Sorry, study of structures of the body. So I made sure that anything that had to do with anatomy, that had to do with physiotherapy. I did my IT in the physiotherapy department. So you could imagine that I was just about physiotherapy.
Yeah.
Even though I was under the cover of physiology, I knew that I could still do something under physiotherapy. So every time I tell anybody, they're like, "Oh, what are you studying again?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing physiology." They're like, "Ah, but you said you wanted to do physiotherapy." You're still on track. It's just alignment. That's why I think one thing I'm coming to like tell me is Rome was definitely not built in a day. I just used to say that.
Definitely.
I just used to say it. I just used to say I did not understand the meaning to like grow to this time. If you look at top stars, top creators, you just think, oh, one day it was just boom. Say lie you. It was moments of 5 years, 10 years of doing nothing, and one day you just aligned. The stars just aligned in your favor. You can just see that when the star is just like going and going and going, but before you know it, both of them just come together and they're like, oh, this is
exactly this is the way, yeah. And also, like I was said, the loneliness that comes with it. I mean, I used to miss. I remember when I used to do events, and I literally wanted to like dominate the event space, especially where I schooled. There was less outdoor events being done there, and I thought of it that, oh yes, I could literally dominate this space because I did my first event. It was literally very, very great, and all of a sudden I don't want that anymore. But having to look back at what I wanted that time, I miss it. I miss it so much that I happen to think of it that am I sure that I don't want to get back into this particular
That's what I was about to
space?
ask you. Do you think you don't want it, or because of the circumstances that
Yeah, I think
you?
because I happen to evolve away from that particular thing, it's
That's
not
it.
like I don't want to be there. I just right now it's not
It's
just what I want at the moment.
Exactly.
Maybe as I grow, I can literally fall back to it, or maybe add it alongside whatever it is I'm doing, which is very possible because, of course, I can multitask and I can channel myself into different angles and all that. So yeah, that's actually very much possible. And also the fact that I happen to feel that I'm being left behind sometimes. I mean, I have friends in different spaces that we all wanted some specific things together, but because I deviated from that,
everybody does.
no, so some of them are still even in the same space. That's still like doing that, and they're even not doing well.
Different.
Not even doing well.
Of you.
But then I now think of it that, am I not being left behind? Am I sure that this particular path that I've decided to take,
my guy,
is it the right?
Exactly,
Is
you are
is it
exactly
right?
where you want to be. I'm not lying. You are exactly where you want to be. Now, like I said, remember I said something about stars aligning in your favor. Like they're just aligning. Their stars have aligned for them, and they're walking in their stars.
Yeah.
Yours is
they're working in
together.
purpose.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. You're building your own purpose. It's the difference between building your purpose and working in your purpose. Currently, you are building your purpose. After building your purpose, you start to work in your purpose. That's just the way it is. Currently, they're already working in their purpose. They know what they are doing. They are doing it, and they are continuing to act. But you're still working in yours.
Yeah, I'm still figuring it out. I'm still aligning.
Let me gather this together. Okay, how could I? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to lie. I can relate to you because I fell behind a lot of times. When I finished school, I saw my friends. They were going to learn skills. They were becoming big. I'm not going to lie. Like, these people are actually like big, not like big, like
yeah,
big,
but at least they're big now.
And there's me that just went to go and learn how to bake. Oh my god! So I felt weird. But now, I don't even feel like I'm up to par with anybody or I'm competing with anybody because I'm doing what I want and it's making me happy. So even when I like see them, I'm like, oh, this is nice, congratulations, and that's just it.
See, I think that's calm. And honestly, to anybody that is listening onto this at this moment, if you are feeling that you are lost, if you feel that you don't know the direction at which you are headed at the moment. Trust me, you are not broken. You're just in transition. You get this, you're just in transition. Just you're a work in progress. That's just it.
Yeah.
You're a work in progress. And also, I was talking with a particular friend, and I was telling him that it's like as if everybody has a manual and they are following, and my own has gotten lost. Because everybody, they have everything figured out. They just, okay, once I'm done with school, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And then when you look at them, to be very honest, they actually follow through. It's like a into description for them, tabled, aligned.
A calendar being managed.
Exactly, a calendar-based manage. Okay, within this particular frame of time, this is exactly where I want to be, and they literally follow through. And then there is me that what I wanted to do last year, I've not yet still achieved it. I think this is one of them. Yeah. I should have started this particular podcast since December. That was like my whole plan. But me starting it now in January, I just want to see and understand that it is just God's timing. To be very honest.
So do you think that by December you'd be okay to start this? Like you would have started it properly, like it will go, it will flow.
Now that's one thing I also realized, because if I had started by December, there are some specific things that was not in place. That was not in place for me to have said, oh yes, I'm okay to start. Even right now, it's not as if there's a lot of things in space for me to even start with. But at least there's something substantial that I can say, okay, yes, I can fall back on and start up with and everything. So it's all about growth. It's all about evolving.
I feel like a lot of people feel like when they say identity crisis, they feel like, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. It's a lot. But this is just growth. It's just growth maxed. Like growth that you can see, you can understand, growth that you can feel. That's just it. It's like you discussing with yourself and, oh, okay, the next 5 years I want to, oh, okay, I need to mention this. So I think there's a video, I'm going to mention someone's name now. We should all know that person, Ashakai. Okay. So there was a video he made, and that video was in 5 years now. Like the way he was talking,
yes,
I'm like,
so much confidence.
Oh my God.
Exactly. I think I saw a video of Mr. Beast too. I saw a video of Mr. Beast too about, like, I think it was 10 years ago, when he was saying it that, oh, by so time, I think he dropped this 2025 December, where he said by 2025 he's going to have this amount of subscribers on his YouTube channel. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. He said it with so much confidence. That's somebody that I think at that moment he already discovered his purpose. He didn't know I was going to go about it. I'm sure they didn't clearly have a follow-up blueprint. They didn't have a follow-up blueprint, but they just knew.
I'm not even going to lie. The way Ashakai talked, I'm like, how are you sure that this thing you're going to do it?
Exactly.
How are you sure? I still want him to come and tell us that how do you able to do
it? It's as if they foresaw the whole thing. The foresight is just crazy.
But you know, one thing I actually discovered, they knew what they wanted.
Yes.
They all knew what they wanted, and they worked towards it. That's just one thing about growth. I know what I want. I'm going through it.
Yeah.
If my mommy she should not like the fact that I'm baking. As long as I want to bake, I'll bake. That's it.
I told my dad that, okay, I want to go into this particular aspect of health. And even when I'm going to this particular aspect of health, I also want to be able to talk to people and use my words, the knowledge I have to relate to other people's day-to-day life activities.
But do you know that because there's nobody there's no popular person that's done something like that,
and they can
hello,
and they can reflect back and be like, okay, Brian, you want to what Dabeni later on, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they just be like, eh? When
I told him that I wanted to start a podcast, I was like, of my shame, of my rojo, of my interview, I said, nah, that's not what I'm doing. And that is exactly what Thinkers Diary is not about. This is not a loud space whereby we happen to decide who is right and who is wrong. We don't debate on the topic here. We literally just do what we have conversations. The kind of thoughts that relates to everybody's day-to-day life activities, whatever thoughts that we happen to have in our head around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., that's exactly what we literally do on here. And to anyone that is outside, that is listening and watching this, that thinks and feels lost, that feels like they haven't gotten a lot of things figured out for themselves, to be very honest, just take it slow. You're transitioning. Even right now, I'm transitioning, though I know what I want for myself at this moment. I know what I want to be in the next 10 years. I know where I want to be. And I'm saying it right now. in front of you audiences
Mini
because you
Ashakai.
guys are going to watch it. You guys are going to watch this and are going to like come back to it. I'm going to become one of the greatest public speaker that is going to emerge from Nigeria. To be very honest. To be very honest, I there's one particular person I fuck with so much, and I'm going to mention his name. His name is Mo Sharif. He's someone that I look up to. Like I've literally just seen this guy once, and when I was in school back then, that was when I got to know him. Mo Sharif is, I don't know, he does his things seamlessly. Like this just like the way you mentioned Asha kind of having this confidence. It's this confidence that comes with the way Mo Sharif happens to talk. I've always wanted to start a talking content, me just saying out my thoughts, saying out what advices I have in my head, whatever knowledge I want to like pass out to people. I've always wanted to do this right from when I was in school. But what held me back then was I feel like I wasn't I feel like I didn't have what it needed for me to literally start doing that. And I also felt like I was not in space, so I didn't look a certain way for me to start doing those kind of content.
I'm going to cut you there. There's something I learned. Just start. Without broken phone.
I think exactly. I think
without the iPhone.
If I had
without the camera, start.
If I had the same mindset
without the baking instrument, start.
If I had the same mindset like this 2 years ago, to be very honest, I think I would, with the kind of confidence and the kind of perspective I actually have.
That's another thing I feel like I learned from that Ashakan video I told you about. It just started.
Yeah.
It just knew, okay, I had to say this and I was going to be this, and it just started. Now is big.
Yeah.
It's big, it's better.
Honestly,
and I'm sure
I really respect that.
Still growing, it's still discovering.
I mean, I see him at events and I just look at him with, this aura that, what, this again, I want to be like you someday.
I never knew there was something called Ashakai.
I want to be like you someday.
You're like, do you know this guy? I'm like, who is this?
Honestly, that guy is
Have you forgotten what I pronounced?
He's the kind.
Have you forgotten what I
I forgot.
Ashakene.
Yes, exactly. She said Ashakene. Yes.
I was like, so.
And
when you said I went to follow his page, I looked out, and I'm someone that when it comes to helping people catch me deep.
Yeah.
That's the fastest way
they just
to be
put
my
out,
friend.
like I was saying about.
It just made so much sense. So when I saw the video, when I saw what I was doing, I'm like, oh, hats off, please.
Exactly.
I give it to you. So
exactly what I was saying about Mo Sharif too. Like he talks elegantly. There's this what's the name? There's this 2026 mood board thing that is doing, like, is a class mood board where people come together to an open space and they can put out their vision board. Vision board thing that is actually hosting this January. I literally want to be there, but just that I have an event to be on that particular day. If not, I'll be there. I think it's happening next Saturday, 24th or something. And honestly, I couldn't have been prouder because this is someone that he just comes online, just say his thoughts out, just say things that, and when he says all these things, it's things that you can happen to relate to. It's things that you happen to hear, and then you feel very much relatable, and you can say that, okay, yes, I think this is me. There's something that he normally says. He says that he wants to someday sell out the O2 Arena. What do you know the O2 Arena for? Do you know the O2 Arena as a particular space in the United Kingdom where artists come to and they can have their concert and everything? But what does he want to sell out the O2 Arena for? Just public speaking. He just wants to be in the O2 Arena, sell it out to people that will just come around to just watch him speak and listen to him speak. Yeah. That particular horror is what I process. Is what I process at the moment. Is what I process at the moment because. To be very honest, and I believe I'm actually going to be that.
Yeah, I feel like
one day going to say one of the biggest. What am I saying? Madison Square Garden is bigger than O2 now. Yes, I want to someday sell out Madison Square Garden, MSG. Okay. I want to sell it out.
Also, I forgot to include something. Remember when we spoke about loneliness? Yeah, that's another thing. Some people come online and, when they just talk, they're like, oh, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. The funny thing is, I'm sure when Ashakai made that video, it did not make it that it's going to be proof. It just made it as, I just needed them to know that.
This is exactly what I
I just wanted to, I just wanted to put that down that, okay, yes, I've put this down, and this is
And
what
then
I'm
there
going
are
to
so
do.
many people out there that must have made a video just like the way Ashakari did back then. But then they've not still gotten to the space whereby they can.
That's why you just need to start.
Just continue doing whatever it is you're doing. To be very honest,
just
we are all a work in we are all a work in progress.
Yeah.
We are all a work in progress. And like I said earlier, if there's anyone out there that feels lost, that feels like they've not still figured out their whole life at whatever age that they are.
Yeah.
Because to be very honest, age is under pressure too. By the time some people look at me, you're 24, you're 23. Why have you not done this? Why are you here? You've not done your NYSC. Oh wow.
Okay, so
you've not done your masters.
Is it
married?
How far or how well?
How well?
How well. Good.
I always stick with
so
how well.
Leave your age.
I always stick with how well.
Leave
it's not
your
about how
age.
far.
See, when you're connected to your goals, when you're connected to your purpose, when you are really connected, you will forget your age. You will not even remember your age. As long as you're connected to what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you are doing it well, somebody can look at you and can be 32 and somebody will be like, oh, this person is 25. When they told me what age, when Jennifer celebrated her birthday, I would like to use Funke Akindele Jennifer. So when I noticed when she celebrated her birthday last year, I was like, when they said her age, I was like, eh?
Wow.
She looks 30. She looks.
That kind of
And that's what I'm saying. That literally, your quest is your appearance. What you want is your appearance. Like that thing you want. Nobody's going to look at Jennifer and going to be like, oh, she just wanted to
exactly.
get old. Don't see a million things in her. So
before they even get to her age, they will mention a lot of achievement that she happens to have before they can come back to her age.
Leave your age. Focus on your
just focus on whatever it is.
What you're doing.
So see, if you have a purpose, already, if God have literally giving you the foresight that okay, this is exactly what I have brought you to head to come and do, just stick with it and just follow through. It doesn't. I don't care how long it's gonna take you to get to that particular thing, but just walk alongside purpose. When you walk alongside purpose, these are going to work better for you. I feel like when people walk alongside purpose, that's when things even work for them.
When you're walking alongside purpose, I don't think you even remember that there's age or anything, because as you navigate
any external factor does becomes...
Exactly. As you navigate your purpose, it just continues like that. And the funny thing is, we all say age. Is you are growing in your purpose, your age is going to accept that, okay, I'm growing according to this person's purpose. So as you age in your purpose, you're also aging. And people are, oh, this person is that person. Do you understand? When I was done with school, I did not know what I wanted to come and do. I just knew that I loved baking.
Same with me.
I did not know. I
was done with school, that was when I did my first event. I was so confused.
I just knew I just loved baking. And I remember that when I was like, I think 5 or 6, I think I watched a movie or something. I don't know what prompted it, but I knew I loved providing support, more like an assistant kind of thing. And that was why I knew that my purpose was. Now, it's something I do with joy. I don't mind it. I'm managing about 4 to 5 brands, and currently I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
If it's that it was not my purpose, you will not be comfortable.
At all.
You will be... I think I went to do social media management. And I hate anything that has to do with pressure. Social media is pressure. It's serious pressure.
Actually.
So imagine me that I know that I do not like it. I just said, let me just for the money. And I did not last a month. I didn't even use up to 2 weeks.
Nice.
Because I knew that was not my plot. But when I started working in my plot, I was so happy. I was vibrant. I was, oh my God.
Exactly.
So, my dear, find your purpose. So your purpose is literally what you love doing, what you want to do new, and not what like your mommy wants to do.
Some people be like, how do I know what I want to do? How do I know what I love doing? Come on, you can literally. That's what created you to this set. If you don't even know if you love multiple things, simply talk to God.
If you literally align you to whatever do multiple things.
Do multiple things, and then He will align you towards the one that He created you to head to come and dominate.
It's just like your purpose. When you get your purpose, you will know. There's that realization will
come in. It's a set in. Exactly.
So I can't. Okay.
But then it's just the factor that comes with it's just the factor that people will happen to tell you that. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
But that will always come.
Listen. You're not. It's like saying, oh, okay, you don't want to eat, but you want to eat. It is not possible. We are in Nigeria. It's not even just about Nigeria. We're in the world, but we're in the middle of like plenty people. So we mean that you just decide and wake up and say, oh, you want to sing like Davido, and you think your parents will be like, oh, okay, there's no problem. They will not. They will ask you that.
Of course,
what made you decide?
What made you decide that? Yeah.
But if you actually want to sing like Davido, you'll be like, yes, I want to sing like Davido,
and this is what I want.
This is what I want.
Yeah.
So you would. This is how you just do. You just
because at that moment, safe when you and also when you're working in purpose, just work with God too.
Yeah,
to be honest, work with God because
that's the first factor.
Just work with God. When you work with God, to be very honest, things are going to work. They're going to work for you seamlessly, very, very seamless.
That's what I'm saying. That when you work in alignment, your age will not even come far. It might be like everybody might say that they are talking about age, like don't you know you're older and everything. When you're working in alignment, when you know that you're working in your purpose, alignment. You see your age. God Himself was the one that created you. So forget your age.
Oh.
Let the owner of the age attend to the age.
I say to people that age is just a number. Age is not a determinant of where you're going to be. There are so many people that are still restarting their life at the age of 40. That just start working in purpose at the age of 40, 50.
You will start to hear people that they are going back to school. They want to do their masters, and I'm like, you want to do your masters at 60?
I mean, imagine that
you want to what?
And when they are done with that masters, they can still even use it to get something else that is going to be substantial for them.
The funny thing is, when they get that masters and they like come out, you that you have not done masters.
You will them.
You will enter the ground.
You'll be hiding your face because
I think they had audacity.
Yeah.
This year.
And then there's another thing again. This year, I have audacity.
This year.
That's one thing I've literally developed.
Like,
I've developed lately.
Audacity.
I've developed this amount of audacity that I don't even care whatever it is that anybody wants to say.
If you want your purpose to be in alignment and you're like, don't worry, God will bring it to me. God will bring waiting. Oh God, if you don't go outside, you will not see anything. It is when you put yourself outside, you see it. If you don't put yourself outside, there's no sight. It's like I attended a webinar yesterday and he said, be aware. Let's say you want to be a baker, for example, now. You're not watching YouTube.
She's saying baker because what?
Because she loves baking. So please leave me. That's
if I mention that you want to be a talkative. Because
no problem. So that's just it. So it's okay. Let's say for example, I want to be a baker now. I'm not watching videos. I'm not following top creators. I'm not doing anything.
You didn't think of going to a confectionery school or
God
anything.
God will bring sights. God will bring the recipes to thinking. God is going to bring the machines. Okay.
You're going to stay there. So
stay there, okay.
So if you're actually listening to this and then you're watching this, well, thank you very much for sticking with us on Thinker's Diary today.
Yeah.
And if you ever feel, I've said it before, if you feel lost at this moment or you feel like you've not transitioned yet, just trust the process. We are evolving. Right now it might not make sense, but just walk alongside purpose and align with God. Very, very important. Align whatever it is that you want towards God.
And it's okay to ungrow.
Yes, and it's okay to ungrow the things that you literally want for yourself.
Yeah,
very important. I wanted to become a medical doctor because of what? But right now,
wanted to learn how to swim.
I don't want to be a medical doctor anymore. I just want to align into a medical aspect of what exactly I'm doing at the moment. I want people to be able to walk into my space and they can see me as a safe space whereby they can talk to me and they can tell me whatever it is that is wrong with them, and I can, render my own psychological view and I could render my own opinion to them, and it could work for them in that aspect of their life. If you're watching this, thank you very much for sticking with us on the first episode of Thinker's Diary, and we'll see you next time. Before I go, if this were your diary today,
what will I write?
Yes.
I'm a work in progress. I'm not where I used to be, and I'm not where I want to be, but I'll get there soon.
Yeah. We're all a work in progress. Whether we figured it out or not, that's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you.